Hey, it's B-Dubs. I'm excited to share my latest blog with you from my website, growwhite.io. The link to my blog is below in the description. I'm always open to feedback, so leave a comment if you have suggestions or if there's a particular topic you'd like me to write about. Now let's dive in. Turn GRC challenges to wins. Have you ever felt like GRC is just a game of bureaucratic whack-a-mole? Yeah, those checklists, policies, and audits can turn a framework for success into a straight-up stream of GRC challenges. But there's a better way. Stop thinking of GRC as just another hurdle. Treat it like a puzzle to crack, a system to optimize, or even a challenge to exploit. So how does the hacker mindset, that innovative, problem-solving, rebellious edge, actually transform GRC headaches into powerful opportunities for real growth and impact? Let's turn red tape into rocket fuel. The hacker mindset in GRC. All right, exploits in GRC. And before you call the blue team, we're not talking backdoors or 0 days. This is about leveraging a deep understanding of your people, processes, and technology to identify and utilize overlooked efficiencies within your GRC framework. We have to work smarter, not harder. Core principles, curiosity, the why question. Ever looked at a GRC process and thought, why is it done that way? That curiosity, especially for siloed processes, is pure gold. It's how you scrutinize the system to find the root cause of the chaos, not just the symptom. Persistence, embracing the wall. Let's be real, you'll hit roadblocks, tons of them, but a true hacker doesn't see a wall as an end. It's a puzzle. Where's the loose brick, the weaker point? Find that exploit in the wall that allows for a clever pivot. Adaptability, be the chameleon. The regulatory landscape shifts faster than a chameleon on a plaid shirt. Your GRC exploits must be fluid. What worked last year could be obsolete today, especially with new data privacy regulations. Stay flexible, resourcefulness. Work with what you've got. Tight budget and no GRC ninjas. Maximize your existing compliance tech to uncover hidden risks and extract the full value from limited systems. That's true resourcefulness. Why does GRC need this mindset? Traditional GRC can feel like nailing jelly to a wall. Static, reactive, and struggling with dynamic risk. The ethical problem-solving hacker mindset is your ultimate weapon against static GRC, moving you from checking boxes to changing the game. Apply this power by exploiting bureaucracy itself. Exploiting bureaucracy, the challenge, the bureaucracy blob. Are you wrestling red tape and spreadsheets? That's the bureaucracy blob. Slow processes, rigid structures, and resistance to that new, that pones GRC. That's how it's always been done mentality. But here's the deal. This isn't just annoying. It's a massive blinking exploit target sign for innovators. For real, this is your opportunity. The exploit, slaying the blob. So how do you turn these challenges into opportunities? By treating bureaucracy itself like a system to be optimized. Think like a hacker, but for good. Identify choke points. Grab your detective hat. Where does the process constantly grind to a halt? Is it a manual approval step that takes weeks? A data entry point that's a magnet for errors? Pinpoint these bottlenecks. Then ask yourself, can we automate this? Streamline it? Or better yet, eliminate it entirely. Start small, win big. Don't overhaul the system day one. Identify a small problem. Automate the compliance check. Build a proof of concept and demonstrate your success. Tangible results put you on the fast track to faster approvals, fewer errors, and happier stakeholders. Your ultimate weapon for buy-in. The unofficial org chart. Forget the official org chart. Who are the real power players? The unofficial gatekeepers silently influencing decisions. That's the network that gets things done. Map this network to understand its key players. An administrative assistant who knows everyone and everything, for example, might be more valuable than their busy boss. Leverage existing rules. Policies and procedures might feel restrictive, but the best exploits don't break rules. They leverage them. This policy judo uses a policy's own momentum or finds compliant loopholes to bypass bureaucracy. It requires deep understanding and creative interpretation. remaining ethical while finding the path of least resistance within the system, turning resource scarcity into innovation. Are you staring down GRC tasks with insufficient resources? It's tempting to sigh and declare defeat, but budget blues, staff shortages, and clunky tools don't have to be roadblocks. With the right perspective, they can launch serious innovation. This is where the resourcefulness principle kicks in big time. It's about squeezing every ounce of value from existing systems. Look at those limitations not as dead ends, but as creative constraints that force you to think differently. Ask, given what I have, what's the most clever way to achieve my goal? Think about it. A hacker with limited tools has to be incredibly inventive to find an exploit. They can't just brute force everything. They have to understand the system deeply and find the clever, unexpected solution. You can apply that same thinking to your GRC challenges. No fancy software? Maybe you can leverage a combination of existing spreadsheets and a simple script. No huge team? Maybe you can streamline a process or empower another department with a simple, clear checklist. Scarcity breeds ingenuity if you let it, navigating resistance to change. You've harnessed scarcity and built clever solutions. But what happens when your innovative exploit hits the wall of, we've always done it this way? You face skepticism and fear of change. Navigating this resistance and fostering buy-in is critical for lasting GRC opportunity. Remember that unofficial org chart? This is where that intel becomes your ultimate tool. You need to understand the landscape of resistance. Who are the vocal opponents? Who are the silent skeptics? Who are the potential champions? What are their underlying concerns? Is it fear of losing control? Extra work? Lack of understanding? Address these concerns directly and empathetically. Sometimes a simple conversation explaining the why and how can disarm a lot of resistance. Finding your champions is key. These are your allies, seeing the value, speaking up, and building momentum. Nurture these relationships and equip them with talking points to deliver results. Enthusiastic advocates beat mandates any day of the week. You need to constantly earn buy-in for your GRC efforts, communicating clearly, showing off what you've done, and building solid relationships. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So be persistent and ready to pivot. Keep iterating, adjusting, and most importantly, sharing your GRC wins, turning GRC into a strategic advantage. We've slayed the bureaucracy blob, turned scarcity into innovation, and navigated resistance. The big picture here is that this GRC exploit way of thinking translates to a real strategic advantage. Approaching GRC with a hacker mindset isn't just checking boxes and meeting the baseline. It's identifying opportunities to improve efficiency, reducing costs, enhancing security, and building trust. Turn your compliance cost center into an engine for value creation. Now, those small wins you started with are creating a tidal wave of awesome. You've got processes so streamlined they practically glide, employees empowered like superheroes, and a risk understanding so clear you need blackout curtains. GRC isn't some dusty corner function anymore. It's a proactive, positive force, building agility, resilience, and competitiveness like a boss. Forget just shielding us from problems. GRC with a hacker mindset is our weapon to slice through complexity and grab those opportunities by the horns. Unleash your inner GRC hacker. Not sure where to start? Black hoodie and mad coding skills are not required. Just curiosity, persistence, adaptability, and resourcefulness. Look at the GRC landscape with fresh eyes. Where's the exploit? Start small. Pick a GRC roadblock and approach it with a hacker mindset. What's the most efficient way to overcome that challenge? You have the power to turn GRC from a burden to a powerful tool. Unleash your inner hacker. The system is waiting to be optimized. Now, go find your exploit. If you find value in this content, you can subscribe to my blogs for free on britwhite.io and have my blogs sent to your email every Monday morning at 9:30 US Central Time. And remember, the links are below in the description.